today I'm going to be showing you how to cut a afro with a temp fade. So this is Sean Allen signing out. Peace. What I'm using first is my Slimline Pros to ball out the first guideline. Now I'm using my Magic Clips #1 to start off my second guideline. And I'm keeping it right where the air is, the top of the air is. I don't want to go too high. Now I'm using my 5-Star Seniors No Guard Open. But I'm starting off that way, and as you can see, I'm working the lever up and down because I'm working that first guideline out. As you can see, I'm just playing with the lever. I'm using my corners. Like I tell you on every single video, use your corners. Your corners and your wrist when you're using the flick out motion is your best friend. Now, clipper over comb technique, and I'm using my wide clippers. Why I use wide clippers? Because it cut more hair. Now what I'm doing is when I cut, as you can see, I cut sideways. That means I'm taking the bulk of the hair off. But when you see me going straight up, that means that I'm blending. I'm blending that guideline out. And as you can see, I see the guideline right there. I'm just pulling the skin back and I'm just using my corners to flick that line out. Now you see I'm just flicking it out, flicking it out. And using the same technique on the back of his neck. Starting out with my Slimline Pros, balling it out once again. Using a #1. Going up maybe a ½ an inch this time. No guard, 5-Star Seniors, open. But once again, I'm just working my lever. I'm starting off open, and then the further I go down to the guideline, then it may be closed. I'm just using my eye and I'm just working it out. I'm just working that guideline out. Now I'm using clipping over comb technique once again. Now you see I'm going sideways. I'm taking off the weight. What is the weight? All that extra hair that you don't need. I'm just moving all the hair I don't need out of the way so I can start blending. Now you see me going up in the upward motion. So I'm starting down and slowly going up, slowly going up. And you're gonna start seeing the temp fade be formed. If you look closely, like I said, all that hair that I don't need, I'm just moving it right on out the way. I don't need that, I don't need that. Now I'm taking my OA guard and I'm just cleaning up the remainder of that guideline. Taking my Andes Masters 1.5. Like I said, I go down stairs. I use the stair technique, like the stairs in your house. Start off high and then I just go down. Now I'm using my #1 again. I'm just blending that guideline out, whatever it takes to get the guideline out. Because a lot of times you use your steps, but after your steps, then you have to just use your eye. Like I said, you just trust your eye. Now I'm taking my wide blade, which is a #1, but it also can be a 1/16 guard, which is a 000 guard. And I'm just using my corners in a flick out motion. Like I said, look at my wrist. I'm just working my wrist. I'm not going straight up stiff. You have to be free. You have to be free when you're cutting hair. Now it's line up time. I'm using my Slimline Pros once again. And I'm using the seesaw method, which is I'm going back and forth. I start from the center of his head and I line up from right to left, and I'm just looking to make sure it's all even on both sides. Now I'm lining up the side of his head. Now what y'all didn't see me do is you need to pull back the skin. Pull back the skin so you can get a crisp line up. Now I'm using my corners on the side. What I call the C, the letter C effect. I'm just using my corner, the corner of the blade, and lining it up. I'm using it like a pencil. See, when you use your liners, you need to use it like you're using a pencil when you're drawing it. Once again, make sure that your clippers is not too sharp for the clients. You have to adjust it right so you can use the C effect. Now I'm going around the ear, using my corners once again, cleaning it up. Now I'm cutting the back of his neck. I'm just, once again, using my corners. I believe anybody can cut hair if they just follow the steps. Just follow the steps. I know it takes time to cut hair, but if you follow the steps, you will do very well. And I'm just touching up. Whatever you do, you always go back over your work. Go back over your work so you can see, because sometimes you might miss certain things. Now I'm doing the other side, same steps. Just lining it up, cleaning it up. See, I'm just moving all the hair that I don't need out of the way. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm starting to pick out his head, and it's pretty painful for him. It's a little funny to me, but now freehand the afro. I done picked everything out. Now I'm just cleaning it up. I'm just cutting all the hair that I don't need, and I'm using my magic clips by Walls. I'm just cleaning it up. I pick it, then I clean it up. I'm cleaning it up. Now I'm cutting the top of his head. A lot of times I like to cut the sides first, and then I start at the top. What I'm saying is I start at the top on one side. I get one side perfect, then that's my guideline to work on the other side. So if I start on the left side, then I can use the left side as a guideline to work on my right side of the afro. So as you see, I'm not just cutting everywhere. When you do haircuts, you have a technique with every single haircut. That's how you become polished, when you understand that it's a technique for every single haircut. As you can see right here, once again, I'm touching it up again. I'm using my Andes T-outliners to touch up. As you know, T-outliners is one of the best. They have super sharp lines. And there you go. An Afro Temp Fade haircut. Appreciate you guys for watching once again. Please subscribe, hit that button, hit the like button as well. This is Sean Allen, and I'm out. Peace.